Hello everyone, today we're off to review a little known sushi spot on the east side of town. They've been open for about 6 years. I love visiting different sushi places. While sushi is fairly well defined, it's amazing how different chefs approach the flavor combinations and of course the plating. Sushi is more than sustenance, it's an art form. It's nourishment for our souls. When done right, one bite of this beautiful creation can open up your inner chakras, helping you maintain physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Though most people think of sushi as something that's been around forever, it was only brought into existence a few hundred years ago. The fancy rolls we know and love today have been around even less time, originating in the 1970s. Today, we're unlocking the door, helping you gain entrance to a hidden gem that we're excited to share with you. It's one of Vegas's best-kept secrets. Make sure to stay tuned to the end, because this wonderful restaurant, Ono Sushi, has a special offer you won't want to miss. And it's only available to you, our valued Let's Eat Vegas viewers. Before we begin, we have some exciting news today. We started offering memberships to our channel, and so we'd like to invite you to become a member of the Let's Eat Vegas family. For just $4.99 a month, you'll get loyalty badges, emojis, new member shoutouts, first priority in having us answer your comments, member-only polls, and status updates. Just hit the join button from our main channel page, or click on the link below in this video's description. Okay, now back to our regularly scheduled programming. I wanted to remind everyone that when we go out for sushi, we order all the rolls Let's Eat Vegas style. It means all rolls with imitation crab will have the crab replaced with spicy tuna and absolutely no eel sauce. We got off to a non-sushi start with a dish full of various skewers. In the year 1682, a famous Japanese cookbook includes the first discussion of skewers. I try to pronounce the name of this book, but I'm afraid of hurting myself. Shortly after the introduction of this cookbook, skewers, known as yakitori, became a popular craze and popped up in many restaurants and food stalls all over Japan. To this day, it's still one of the most popular street foods eaten there. These skewers are fantastic. I love the mushroom skewers with the eel sauce, even though I usually don't like eel sauce. Fun fact, eel sauce contains no eel. It's just a sort of teriyaki sauce reduction. The chicken and beef skewers, also great. The beef has a very rich umami flavor from being marinated a long time before being cooked over an open fire. I love the shrimp skewer. It's also been marinated and has a wonderfully salty flavor. The shell is meant to be eaten. It's nice and crispy like the shell of a soft shell crab. This little sausage is so adorable. Reminds me of a little sea creature. But the taste is sort of a cross between a Chinese sausage and a hot dog. And then of course there are these bacon-wrapped scallops, one of my favorites. Bacon and I go way back, and I've rarely met a scallop I don't like. So, even though we're here for the sushi, these skewers were a fun and delicious prelude to the main event. Here we have some of the best and freshest nigiri you'll ever taste. This Cajun tuna is nice and spicy. You can see all the Cajun spices and these wonderful fried onions crumbled on top of it. The tuna itself is so fresh, it kind of reminds me of a steak tartare. And then the Cajun albacore, also topped with more of that delectable Cajun spice, ponzu, and crumbled fried onions. They were terrific. This scallop nigiri is so beautiful. It's fresh, firm, not at all fishy. If you haven't tried scallop nigiri, I encourage you to do so as soon as possible. It's very tasty. You really don't need any other flavors here. Just the pure, unadulterated flavor of this terrific sushi rice and this rich, buttery scallop. Here we have some more amazing and beautiful nigiri. Again, so fresh, never fishy. It has that just caught taste. I think the garlic tuna is my favorite. It may look pretty plain here, but there's a ton of fresh roasted garlic in every bite. And these scallions topping it give it an extra pop of flavor. I really enjoyed this one. The Yuzu Yellowtail has a tremendous flavor profile. It's amazing. I love yellowtail. It's such a great textured fish. Very similar to albacore and sushi tuna, but with a slightly different taste. The tart notes of the yuzu sauce make a fresh and bold statement. Again, the scallions enhance this dish and add yet another layer. Very refreshing. This is the Miso seared salmon. Miso is fermented soybean paste and has one of the greatest concentrations of umami, and therefore it's just a little flavor bomb. Wow, this salmon with the miso packs so much flavor, it just explodes in your mouth. Sometimes nigiri can be a little too subtle, but not these last two. They were unforgettable. We've always loved this combination. It almost reminds me of what nigiri would taste like if it were invented by Italians. The lemon is such a natural combination and pairs perfectly with the briny, oily, fresh seared salmon. All in all, quite an excellent assortment of nigiri. And if we didn't have so many rolls to try, I'd be ordering several more plates. We started with the Aloha Roll. Simplicity at its finest. Just spicy tuna on the inside and seared salmon and tuna on the outside with a little ponzu sauce. Light and refreshing. It's a nice way to ease yourself into a sushi frame of mind. Kind of a sushi overture. I've eaten at many sushi houses, and this is probably one of my all-time favorite rolls. It's called the Super Rainbow. While every sushi place has a rainbow roll, this is quite a bit different. A virtual plethora of thinly sliced types of fresh fish, avocado, and a variety of different colored tobikos on top. It's filled with cucumbers and packed with lots of beautiful crispy shrimp tempura. This roll is as delicious as it is beautiful. It's a wonderful combination and I loved it. The spider roll is fresh, and we love being able to order it with the spicy tuna rather than the imitation crab. The soft-shell crab is very evenly distributed throughout the center of the roll. I love the taste of the spicy tuna, cucumber, and burdock root. This is one of our all-time favorite rolls, and it's so much better in my opinion, Let's Eat Vegas style. Oh my god, the creamy shrimp. It's so good. Okay, how can I even describe this? It's similar to honey walnut shrimp, which sometimes is called creamy shrimp. The shrimp is fried in a very light, crispy, yet flaky batter, then coated with this delicious sauce that's sweet and spicy. There are 3 to an order, and trust me, you'll want a few orders, since I'm sure you're going to love these. The Firecracker Roll. On the inside, salmon and jalapenos. On the outside, bay scallops, spicy mayo, sriracha, ponzu, and jalapenos. This packs quite a wallop and satisfied our craving for something spicy. The scallop is so fresh, it almost has a creamy flavor and a nice firm texture. The jalapenos are such a burst of chili goodness that they sneak up on you and round off the taste experience. We love this roll. Now we have Sunkissed. The top is smoked salmon and tempura crunch. The inside, normally imitation crab, but we ordered it Let's Eat Vegas style, so of course it came with a spicy tuna interior along with cucumber. The smoked salmon has a really unusual flavor. It's sort of lox meets sushi, a strange infusion of Jewish and Japanese. It's a light, refreshing roll, definitely one of our favorites. The Hawaii 5-0 is a hopped up spicy tuna roll, with spicy tuna on the inside and avocado and thinly sliced tuna above. It's then topped with a delicious sesame sauce. The pure fresh tuna is beautifully complemented by the nutty taste of the toasted sesame. Notice how the ratio of rice to sushi is balanced. All the sushi here is very easy to eat since it's not just a huge slap in the face with a big lump of rice and hardly any fish. Something wrong is soft-shell crab, and due to being Vegas style, tuna on the inside. Then topped with salmon, tuna, shredded daikon radish, yuzu sauce, and green onion. I love the refreshing taste and crunchy-like texture of the daikon radish, which is then playfully strewn about the top. It calls to mind a bit of mischief and makes this a lighthearted roll. Was it by design, or was the chef in a hurry? Now we'll never know. The soft-shell crab is wonderfully rich, and the tuna pairs well with it. Oddly named, as there was nothing wrong with this roll at all. I loved it. Shishito pepper is one of my favorite types of peppers. They're relatively mild, but every once in a while you get a wickedly spicy one. The bonito flakes give these a nice salty umami quality. They've been roasted in sesame oil first, then dipped into the flakes. I got a spicy one here, but it's okay. I love spicy food. The ubiquitous shrimp tempura, a must-have dish at every sushi restaurant. It's an art form to making the perfect tempura. It's sort of a balancing act between the cornstarch, flour, egg, and ice water. This shrimp tempura is ever so light, crispy, and not at all doughy or stodgy. This is truly wonderful, and some of the best I've ever tasted in Vegas. That's probably what makes the rolls here that contain the shrimp tempura so outstanding. The sauce is very well made, and I love this rendition of the non-greasy batter with all its crispy bits. The 21 roll let's eat Vegas style, is tuna on the inside, albacore on the outside, crunchy fried onions, and a really unique mustard sauce. I love the textural contrast with the crusty onions playing against the soft sushi tuna. This is one of those elements many sushi places don't have, and it's always one of the first things we seek out on any menu. In the military, a 21-gun salute is a somber occasion. This roll is anything but. We both love this roll, and so will you. Inside the roll's Royce, there's spicy tuna, and it's supposed to be topped with salmon poke. It was good, but not my favorite. The salmon was more like raw, unmarinated chunks, and not really poke. I think that maybe this was just a one-off mistake today, because I'm sure that it usually comes with poke. I'm not a huge fan of just plain salmon, but I know most people love it, so if you're a salmon lover, then this could still be the roll for you. The spicy shrimp roll, let's eat Vegas style, has spicy tuna on the inside and crispy popcorn shrimp on the top, fried to perfection, with yum yum sauce, which is a mayo-based sauce that's light, sweet, and tangy, and spicy mayo. This was one of my favorite rolls. Next time, I'm trying the crab and lobster versions as well. I loved this crispy rice roll. It's a miniature crispy fried rice cake topped with spicy tuna and a little spicy mayo. What's not to like? In this crispy rice cake, it's all about the spicy tuna, so perfectly seasoned and fresh, you can almost taste the ocean in it. The rice is so crunchy, it's a perfect contrast in texture against the tuna. It was just perfect. Mi Amor. Inside is spicy tuna and salmon. It's then deep fried and topped with popcorn shrimp and spicy mayo. It's hard to see, but the exterior is crispy and offers a great texture to this roll. I'm not always a fan of fried rolls because the spicy tuna tends to take on a horrible flavor after it's been cooked. It no longer tastes fresh. It gets transformed into something that more resembles the taste of canned tuna, and I don't go to sushi to eat tuna salad. At Ono though, it's just fried enough so that it remains fresh and raw and still has integrity. This tuna tastes like a wonderful tuna tartare. Another winning roll. Ono Box. This is just the cutest little sushi. It reminds me of what you get if you went to an Asian-inspired sandwich at tea time. The rice on the outside not only looks like a little trimmed piece of bread, but it also mimics it in taste. The inside was tuna, salmon, green onions, and whitefish. It's topped with tempura crunch, wasabi, and a soy vinaigrette. On the menu it says it's to be filled with all the items I just listed. However, today it seemed to have only salmon and not much of it. Even so, it was as delicious as it is adorable. Ikura, aka salmon eggs, have the highest form of omega-3 fatty acids, making this very healthy and also delicious. I love these little red caviar pops. They're always a treat along with the almost over-the-top salmon flavor. It's like little balls of highly focused, intense salmon-y goodness. It was wonderful.
Here we have the Orange Blossom Roll. It's wrapped in soy paper and topped with salmon. It has a very interesting filling of shrimp tempura, mango, avocado, and cream cheese. It's topped with a tart ponzu sauce. And make sure to squeeze the orange over it. The citrus adds a beautiful, fresh vibrancy to the whole experience. Really love this roll. Most unique and delicious. In theory, the double salmon roll should be twice as good as your typical salmon roll. And I have to say, it's one of the best salmon rolls I've ever had anywhere. On the inside, there's the most wonderful crispy salmon tempura. There's more fresh, thinly sliced salmon on top as well. The sushi rice they make at Ono is so texturally perfect. It gently embraces the tempura without making it soggy. You can taste and feel a beautiful contrast of textures and flavors. You don't want to miss this roll if you're a salmon aficionado. It's a salmon lover's paradise.
Well, I'm stuffed, but never so much I can't devour my sweets. They have a number of desserts here, not just the usual 3 flavors of ice cream as with most AYCE Sushi places. Here, this is the Tempura Ice Cream. It's tempura encased vanilla ice cream, deep fried, then topped with chocolate syrup, whipped cream, and a maraschino cherry on top. Very creative and satisfying. I just love this. Finally, I tried the mini honey toast. I think this is King's Hawaiian bread, toasted and topped with vanilla ice cream, whipped cream, chocolate syrup, and of course, maraschino cherry on top. a light drizzle of honey to finish it off. It was better than I thought it was going to be, and it made the perfect end to a wonderful meal.
I feel Ono Sushi is a hidden Vegas all-you-can-eat gem. Unassuming and tranquil on the inside, yet with unique and unforgettable flavor combinations. I think Ono Sushi is one of the best kept secrets of Vegas. With its glorious, crisp, clean-tasting sushi, it's a shining star. The only real negative is the amount of time it takes for the sushi to come out. I would recommend ordering your next set of rolls as your food is being delivered. Despite this, it's hard to see how someone wouldn't have a great time at Ono Sushi, and we highly recommend you try this restaurant. We'll be back soon. Who knows, maybe we'll see you there. And don't forget to tell them, Let's Eat Vegas sent you. Finally, here's a special offer I told you about for our viewers only. Tell them Let's Eat Vegas sent you, and you'll receive the happy hour price on any drinks at any time of the day.
I know we're all guilty of watching videos on YouTube and not subscribing. As a reminder, it's free to subscribe, and it really helps us bring you more videos. So please like, subscribe, share, comment, and hit the notifications bell. It means a lot to us. Until we eat again, bon appetit.